our people and keep old people. Show you got heart. Now we're playing the game and we're totally scoring. Learning how to make a virtual a business boring. Showing up every morning, ready for the show. I'ma get ready. Cold engaging virtual meetings 2.0.
All right, it's a massive snort fest here in the Engaging Virtual Meetings Happy Hour. And today we got an awesome special guest with us. We are going to attempt to solve the what in Zoom used to be the dreaded problem of speed dating, and there's lots of business applications for this. Short meetings. People have said that you can't do great networking on virtual. Well, we're here to dispel all that with my fun crew that we have here. Let's bring in the one and only Anh Nguyen from Twine. There we go, Anh. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, great. And of course, we are joined by the one and only Donna and Jennifer as our guinea pigs. I mean, test subjects. I mean, demoers.
It's not gonna be painful. So
Okay, great. So we get to start with the number one question. Well, first, and introduce yourself and what you do.
sure, yeah. Hi everyone. I am the head of community engagement at Twine. So Twine is a virtual platform that basically works to recreate those serendipitous conversations that you used to have, whether that's in your office lunchroom, the hallways, or at the cocktail reception at the conference that you're attending. So like John mentioned at the top of his intro, there is some awkwardness and stuff still that it comes with virtual networking. So what we're working to solve is trying to make those connections and those moments a little bit easier to recreate virtually.
So as a Zoom producer, let me just tell you how we would normally try and solve the problem, which is, and we've tried some of the words, and some of them are catastrophically failurely. That's a real word, by the way. So we would divide everyone, let's say, into one-on-ones and then send them to breakout rooms. Now, the way is you can come back, right, and then you would have to reassign everybody while you chatted or again talk and did it like all by hand and then shove everyone back in a meeting room. I also did the other one, which is I had a whole set of meeting people and then I moved them while the meeting was running, but everybody got cut off halfway through the sentence, despite warning them, saying, you will be about to be moved. And someone would be like, ah, and then they would get shoved into some other room. So it's extraordinarily awkward, at least on the producer's side like this. So see if now, and I know everybody has asked, see if we can now try and give a secondary or tertiary answer here. What is Twine?
Yeah, so we a couple of weeks ago acquired a company called Glimpse, and Glimpse was given sort of early access to the Zoom breakout APIs. So they're one of the first developers that were able to access the Zoom breakout APIs and build their tool on top of Zoom breakouts. So we've all experienced what you're talking about, where it's like manually moving people or, pre-assigning people into the breakout rooms and having it not work, or different people show up and it never works out the way the planner is hoping. So what they've built is a tool that I'm going to show you that's now called Twine for Zoom, that layers this interface on top of the Zoom breakout rooms sort of infrastructure to help add a couple of different modes to it. So we're going to play with a spatial mode where you can see a map view of your tables and move around as a participant freely. So great for cocktail receptions, or we use it before our all hands or after our all hands as to recreate that, like running into someone in the boardroom. And then we're also going to see a couple of random matchmaking modes and tag-based matchmaking modes. So we're layering on top some sort of intelligence to help run better Zoom breakout rooms, essentially. And so we're all about connection. We're all about conversations. That's what we measure, and that's what we're about at Twine. The idea that we are a tool that's meant to help connect, whether it's your remote team, your distributed team, your event attendees, and we show up in a bunch of different places. We also have a web app that you can use if you're not in Zoom or you're not a Zoom shop. But today we're talking about our new Twine for Zoom.
Perfect. All right. And I actually have it, at least on my screen, on the live stream. My other account is running, has the Twine control on the right-hand side. And now, again, you've already run this technology too in a browser format is what I have seen you in the past couple of years. So Anna and I had the opportunity to meet in said pandemic. And it is really cool. Again, I gave her mass compliments at the Notified conference where they sponsored the networking. I got paired up with the CEO and I'm still talking with them about a real business deal. So, I mean, that's a great ROI, at least for me, in terms of that. So why don't you explain more now about where Zoom or Twine for Zoom fits in as a Zoom app and of course, what it can do better than your previous system?
Yeah, so I'm gonna share my screen. Does that mess anything up on your end, John? Okay, so I'm going to share what you're seeing. And so this is my screen. I'm currently the host of this meeting. And what we're going to do is we're going to break our participants up into breakout rooms like you normally would. So what you're seeing on my right-hand screen now is the Twine for Zoom app. So lots of people don't know that Zoom has an app marketplace, really similar to your Apple iPhone. Has an app store. It's full of games and productivity tools and collaboration tools that you can download into your Zoom client to help sort of enhance the experience. So Twine for Zoom is one of those apps. Our app just got approved. It's still in closed beta. So we're doing a little VIP access here. There's a waiting list that we have set up on our site if you want to sign up. But what we're doing is we're going to configure a couple of breakout rooms and different types of matching like I was talking about. So what I'm going to do is I see all of my meeting participants down here in the main room as the host, and I'm going to configure a meeting. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use map mode.
Oh, will you do me a favor too? You can actually close the live transcription bar over our head.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Bam! Oh, that's
There you go.
so much better. I had a headache a little bit.
Sorry. Okay, so I'm doing map mode. And I'm going to, it's going to give me a couple options. So where you're seeing actually is a brand new release that just was released last night in terms of how we set up rooms and configure this.
Well, you said last night.
Yes, the team is working almost around the clock trying to update and make this easier and smoother process. So you're seeing a brand new flow. This hasn't been seen by anyone. So what it's going to ask you is how many tables you'd like to set up. So in this situation, I'm going to set up 2 tables because there's only 4 sort of participants in the meeting. Yeah. And we now have the ability to label these tables. So you can imagine you want someone to talk about DEI at your event and you want someone to talk about event engagement, right? This is traditionally you would have had to name your breakout rooms and have people use that breakout dialogue to select their rooms. So I'm going to save these table names. And I'm going to say, let's create these as one-on-one matches or 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, or I can set a custom size up to Zoom's limit, which I think is 50 in the breakout room. So let's do one-on-one. And I'm going to hit start. And what it's doing now is it's building on top of Zoom's breakout. So shortly here, you're going to see the very familiar Zoom breakout dialog pop up. But what you're seeing on the attendee side is now a spatial map where you can select to join one of these tables based on a topic of interest. So I'm going to have you guys go ahead and join that. And almost like magic, you're going to be pulled out of here into breakouts. And I'll be in here by myself. So I'm just going to keep talking and talking people through this. But go ahead and pick a room and join it if you are one of the people that's in this meeting.
Oh, and just so you know, too, the live stream is set up to my clone, so you won't have to chat away. You're not on live stream over there. It's actually over in my clone. So you can explain everything that happened when we come back. But the live streamers are all going to see what my clone goes through. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Yep. Do you guys see the tables? So you should be able to select and just jump into a table.
Oh, okay.
So okay. Jennifer's in the DEI.
Okay, Donna, where are you going to go? Why don't you go to the other one and I'm going to talk with Jennifer. So go to event engagement. And let's see, I'll jump over there too.
I don't think Donna's seen. So Donna, you have to open the app. Down in your apps button. Wherever your Zoom apps was where you saw people in the room when you entered the code.
Could you stop sharing for just a moment? That's if that helps me out or not. I don't know.
Okay, so there's a button at the
Oh, I see you, John. I can hear you, yes. Oh, that's awesome. And now I can hear you even better. All right. Ooh. I don't know. I like my Ariel a whole lot. I'd rather not physically age. I don't want to get any more physically aged than I am now. Yeah, several years, good decade. Best purchase, my Lyra. Worst purchase? Ooh, maybe my dog who's banging at the door over there. He's a sweetie. I'm happy I have him.
Recording in progress.
we have a new guest who joined us during.
Woohoo!
Hi.
I'm trying to help her download the app.
Oh, wrong email address. Hold on.
And we lost one of yours, John.
Oh yeah, we did. We lost his original.
We lost John. Oh no.
The clone is still around. Although, of course, he's changing computers and he can't hear us right now because he doesn't have the headset on that he needed for that laptop.
There he
He's
is.
back.
How are you doing, Jen?
I'm good. Okay.
All right. All right, where did it go?
That is your way, John.
Okay, what would you like me to do now, John? Wait for Jen to download the app or? Okay.
Hold on.
Sure.
Yeah. No, it was super easy, and once we were in there, it felt like breakout rooms in the sense that you moved into a room, so it was no different than doing it in Zoom normally.
Yeah, so let me show you a couple of those modes. And while you're in matches, I'll help Jennifer download this. So if everyone can make sure that they have their app screen open, Donna, you're seeing your app.
I am. I
perfect.
figured it out.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen again, so it might disappear, but now you know where to open it. So like John said, there's lots of platforms out there where you're able to like spatially move around and pick a table. And in retrospect, putting tables of 2 meant you guys couldn't join another table because it was full, right? But if I had created tables of 3 or 4, you could have jumped back and forth between different tables. But the thing is, it's all in Zoom. So there's no handing off to a different platform. There's no downloading a new app or a new software. But John's right. Where we get really powerful here with our matching is in the smart matchmaking mode. So what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to click configure meeting again, and now I'm going to do matchmaking. And so under matchmaking, we have a couple of different types. So random, A/B, role-based matching. So that's like matching across the aisle, a mentor and a mentee, or a buyer and a supplier. And then there's tag-based matching. So we're going to start with random. And random is just like it sounds. This is going to be tricky because there's only such a small number of us in here. There's only 3 of us in here. I guess 4 if Jen. I don't think she has the app yet. So
Coming.
oh,
She's coming. She's coming.
you need a code that I won't be able to say on a live stream. So
There we go.
Password.
I'm gonna DM you the code.
I think I'm in. Oh,
So Jen, I just texted you the code. I just slid into your Twitter DMs so that I don't
thank you.
so that I don't have to say it out loud on a live stream. No, it's in her Twitter DMs. So she's in now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to configure meeting. We're going to do matchmaking, and we're going to start with random. So you should get 2, I think, or maybe 3 rounds, depending on how it gets matched. But what I can do as the host is set the length. So this is what John was talking about. I can set it for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes. So I'm going to set these for 30 seconds just so that they're quick. Okay.
Let's do 30 seconds. Come on.
We really want this to be speed.
It's a lot more fun in 30 seconds.
I trust
I'm going to
on.
do one-on-one. I'm going to save this.
Oh.
And let me stop sharing, because on your end, you will soon see it basically just like pulls you out and starts matching you. So let me just make sure this is all good. And I'm going to start matchmaking. I'm not going to match myself, and you'll do a couple rounds. So it should just move you hands off, nothing to do from your end.
Me again. Stay in. Stay in. Deep sea. Yeah, bye.
Okay, you're right. 30 seconds was super fast. It went super fast. I'm too late always. Celebrity. Alone.
No. I have plants. Is it still a pandemic? Stay in. Deep sea diving.
Recording in progress.
Okay, that was awesome.
That was so
So-
much fun.
Yeah, so what happened is because it ran out of people to match it with, it brought everybody back here. I didn't actually stop it, but imagine if you had a bigger event, it would just continue to rotate people through as you need. So that's random. It's really similar if you've ever been, I'm just gonna mute. Oh, you did.
Yeah,
If you've
just
ever-
mute John.
If you've
Please.
ever been on our web app, that experience is really similar to our web app. So you go in, it is a choreographed experience that just pushes you through without you having to do anything. If you've ever run breakout rooms in Twine, you know that in order to replicate that, you would have to run the matches, bring everyone back to the main room, reopen the breakout rooms, bring everyone back, and it's not possible to do that, those consecutive rounds. So that was random, totally random, really good for speed networking. We actually have a lot of clients that are reaching out to use that for speed dating, as you can imagine. But what I'm going to show you is now what I think the most powerful. You have a question?
For real dating?
Yeah, real speed, virtual speed dating.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Hashtag interested.
Definitely live stream Jen's dating life details. This is what we're here for on a Friday night.
I want all the details. I'm
So what I'm
listening.
going to show you now is what we think is probably the most powerful part of this. So this is what we call smart tag based matching. So I'm not going to do AB because the group is so small, but I'm going to do tag based matching. So I'm going to do again 30 seconds and let's do one-on-one again. And why don't you guys give me some tags? I hear there's like some big basketball stuff happening in the US. So why don't you give me some teams? Duke is in it, I think.
Duke, Carolina,
South
UNC,
Carolina.
which is Chapel Hill. Oh,
UNC.
and the
right.
UNC
Jayhawks.
is Carolina.
Is that
And the
KU?
Jayhawks.
Rock Chalk Jayhawks?
Yes, Rock
Yes.
Chalk Jayhawks.
Pretty good, eh?
One
Good
of the
job.
administrative assistants at work would be very proud.
Okay, so
Anne's got a soft spot for Kansas. I don't know what it is. So.
my daughter's dad is from Kansas. So
Oh, okay.
So what you should be seeing on your end is the ability to select tags that you identify with. So it's not strict on one criteria. So this could be like, I'm a new hire, but I'm also interested in DEI, or I'm an executive, but I'm also interested in, onboarding. So you pick whatever tags. I mean, with a group this small, I will have you all just pick all the tags so that you get matched. But then you can say, I'm Duke and I'm interested in meeting with South Carolina. So I'm going to stop sharing it so you can find your app screen.
Right?
Yep. Because the group is so small, I'm going to say just match me with everyone. But normally you would be able to pick like, I'm a new hire and I only want to meet with my mentors, or I work in accounting and I only want to meet with people that work in marketing. So in companies right now, what they're finding is like that cross-functional, cross-department networking is really being lost, because I'm not going to call up Bob from accounting and be like, how was your daughter's ballet recital? Because that's awkward in a virtual world. So this allows you to like connect with people that you don't work with on a day-to-day basis, or in the event use case, I'm a sponsor and I want to meet with a buyer, or I'm a planner and I want to meet with a venue. So lots of different options. So this is probably the most powerful part of this app. Those can't be controlled quite yet. Right now, they're all pre-programmed. So is everyone ready? You've picked your tags?
I lost my app.
Okay, so down in the bottom, there is an app button.
Yeah.
And when you click on it, what happens?
Well, I keep hitting add for Twine for Zoom.
You should have it already because you're in the main room.
Okay, so
Can you
that's
just
what I
open it?
thought.
Did you pick your tags?
I didn't get there yet. One moment, please. My apps. Got it.
Then you may just have to refresh it if you don't see the tags. Or I'll hit start
Do you
matchmaking.
have
and
open time
It won't
Twine
let
for
me
Zoom at the top?
open. Come on.
You may just have to close your apps and reopen it, Jen.
That's what I just did.
You don't have to bleep it out.
Hey.
Oh, goodness.
Are you in, Jen? I
That's
see
hilarious.
you in there.
All right. Yeah, I'm in. I'm good.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, everyone click ready to match. You're good?
Where's that?
Oh, no.
I only had 2 drinks in the bar, I swear to God.
There's only 4 of us, and we are really trying our patience now.
She's like, oh my gosh.
She's like, oh my
If I can just survive this.
God. Okay.
Are you finding it, Jen?
I'm ready to match, but I can't tell anybody I am.
Okay, that's okay. If you click ready to match, then you should be good.
No, I don't have the button.
Did you pick your tags?
I did. Oh, maybe I already hit it and I didn't. Maybe I was ahead of the game.
I'm just gonna start.
Oh my God.
She's like,
you guys
I'm
are
just
laughing
starting.
really hard.
I'm just gonna start the matchmaking.
Well, look, here we are again, first together. Oh, don't judge every day that I'm at home. Groan, get out of bed, brush teeth, and come to my den.
I don't know. But it's Duke and UNC and Villanova and Kansas that play tomorrow. It's not South Carolina. My bad.
South Carolina's taking it, John. Water? Holly Duckworth got me into this water drop thing. And I really love it. What's yours?
Recording in progress.
Did you get matched with basketball fans?
Jen and I discussed the whole South Carolina is apparently stomping Louisville at this point. Yeah.
Are the games happening right now?
The South Carolina game is. Carolina and Duke are tomorrow, right? Or
North Carolina and Duke.
Yeah, Carolina and Duke are tomorrow.
And then does somebody win the championship
on Monday?
Then there's another game. There's another game after that.
So
and you go, yay, ball!
On Sunday, there will be a women's champion, and on Monday, there will be a men's champion.
And
the women are playing right now.
Go team.
Is there a coach that's retiring I've seen?
Yes,
yeah, Coach K
K
from Duke.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Donna, how am I more up to date on March Madness than you?
I'm
not even 100% sure what sport we're talking about.
Basketball.
You're on Twitter.
Basketball. You're on Twitter, and I've been dealing with an audit all week. So
okay.
And
okay.
I live in
Coach
North
K,
Carolina. So
Coach
living
K
in
is
North
retiring.
Carolina, yep, Coach K is retiring. And when you live in North Carolina, there are Duke fans and there are Carolina fans, and there is no in between.
Okay.
No in between.
Black and white.
I do love them both.
It's actually light blue and dark blue, not black and white. But yeah, you get the idea.
Hey, look, Ann, I think you achieved your goal of networking because we're all blabbing now. We all.
I know.
I have some questions, Anne.
Sure.
how many people can you accommodate with this?
So the limits on Twine for Zoom are just limited by what your Zoom account limits you to. So if you
Okay.
have a free account and it's limited to like 100 people, or if you don't, or if you have the large meeting package, then it's limited to whatever you've upgraded your Zoom account to. And our breakouts are just limited by what Zoom can handle for breakouts, which I think, Don, is it 50 per breakout room? Or does it change based on how many rooms you have?
Unlimited per breakout room, but you by default you have 50 rooms, and you can upgrade your account for free to 100. You just have to ask.
Yeah, so all of that is set by Zoom, and
Okay.
once we're in it, we can work with their capacities.
Okay, because my company's been trialing doing breakout rooms at the beginning of meetings, and they're very poorly run.
Yeah, what we do at the beginning of our meetings is we just open up map mode, and we just open them up the map mode, and now you can label them. That literally was just released last night, so you can label them. You can have people jump in there and try to recreate some of that networking that happens before and after meetings, because you know that in a Zoom meeting, even at 6 people or 5 people here, it's hard to have a conversation like this, right? So being able to split people out into smaller groups gives them that opportunity to make some of those connections. And like I was saying, what's really missing is connecting with the people that you don't work with day to day, or the event attendees that you don't see all the time. So the serendipity of it is what we're trying to recreate, and all in Zoom where people are familiar with. So yeah.
I know Anne has to go, so we might have some other questions. I know she'll hop in with us later. But Anne, if someone wants to find you, where do they find you at?
Yeah, so the easiest place to find us is twine.nyc, and I'm just Anne at twine.nyc with an H, A-N-H. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, I'm on LinkedIn, and Twitter is probably where I'm the most fun. So on Twitter, I'm ATNGUIEN, which is my last name.
Excellent, everyone. Let's give Anne a round of applause.
Thank you for being our testers, and for dealing with getting the app downloaded. That certainly is the trickiest part. So we have lots of documentation on how to do that. And if you're interested in getting on this wait list, just send us a note. And now the 4 of you all have access to it, and now you can invite people. So you're now on the VIP beta list.
Yay!
You should be your hair and
Of course we are.
That's it. Say again, Jennifer.
We're VIPs now. Of course we are.
You're total VIPs now.
Perfect. All right, Anne, I know you got to go, so thank you so much.
Yes, thanks for having me. Have a great weekend, everyone.